Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2, where it has turned out that actually Mithrix is very easy as long as you stand extremely far away from him while fighting him. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So today, here in episode 20 or something, we have finally unlocked the final character. We are finally doing our final character introduction. Meet the Captain, who I am not allowed to rotate on this screen. I definitely just tried. Alright, so what's the deal with the Captain? Captain has microbots that shoot down nearby enemy projectiles, and drones we get are also given microbots. That seems incredibly powerful. Our first attack is a Vulcan shotgun. Charging the attack narrows the spread, and it works like a video game shotgun. That seems pretty great. We have a power taser. Interrupts and stuns enemies. The stun is removed if the target takes too much damage. Fire a fast taser that deals 100% damage, travels farther if bounced. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see if we can figure that out. The orbital probe stuns, requests up to 3 orbital probes from the UES Safe Travels. Each probe deals 1000% damage. Okay, that seems... It's not very descriptive, but it seems good. An orbital supply beacon allows us to place a permanent supply beacon, but we can only do it a couple of times. Twice per stage. Okay. This seems like a useful loadout. Oh, interesting. So all of his... Oh, okay. There are 2 different beacons. And we can unlock additional beacon types. Visit 10 different environments in a single run. Okay, we'll try it. And repair and recruit a TC-280. Okay. So ideally we would like to pull a lunar shop before the third biome so that we can buy ourselves guaranteed access to the snow biome. Alright, let's get in here and try it out. 10 different environments in the same run is going to require either a little bit of luck or a little bit of spending a lot of lunar coins in the shop. I guess, did we get a bunch of lunar coins for winning the last run? Oh, our character looks super cool. Oh, it's a cool robot shotgun arm! Oh, I love that! Refire rate is significant, though, even if you don't charge it. Which is going to make... I'm assuming that the delay will be lowered by attack speed. It's going to make attack speed pretty good on him. Alright, I need a little bit more stuff. So, this is another character with no mobility. Although he does have a defensive option. I'm assuming, since we can only summon 2 of the beacons per stage, but they're permanent, we're going to want to... We're going to want to use at least one of them for the boss fight. Okay, so yeah, it bounces, it goes straight, and it bounces off of whatever surface. We're going to have to... Unfortunately, it's a little tricky to play with the taser thing because it has such a long cooldown. Alright, what about the shift? Oh! Okay, that's neat. And then after we summon 3 of them, it goes on cooldown. Okay. I get it. I think I understand what we're dealing with here. Goat hooves and energy drinks are going to be, like, real important. Probably also a Hopu feather or 2. That's cool. That's real cool. I'll take the mystery one. Okay, I think we came out pretty well on that. So we have a grinder over there. So my microbots are actually a red quality item. Does it give us more detail? Recharge rate scales with attack speed. That's interesting. Obviously some crit glasses seem pretty good. Yeah. If the other thing had been an attack speed booster, I might honestly have taken it. He seems not great at dealing with clouds of wisps, just given, you know, attack speed. Can I cancel this? So you can't do a normal shot after you've started beacon dropping mode? Okay, Okay, so that'll keep something stunned for a really long time if you don't break it. I'll try some stuff here. Okay, it'll bounce off multiple surfaces. I wonder if it gains distance each time? I mean, it's probably not actually relevant, because, like, you're not going to be able to pull off that trick shot. That attack is super cool. Alright, I dig it. And, as I said yesterday, today we are definitely planning to do at least a little bit of looping, because we are going to try to unlock an artifact. So in order to unlock an artifact, we're going to have to make it back to the Sky Meadow. I don't necessarily expect a lot of difficulty on that score. Well, I did a bad job with line of effect on that one. I do like the fact that he basically has a, sniper rifle. You just have to charge it a little bit. This is going pretty slowly, though. I'm running around too much, playing with my abilities, and not actually, like, focusing on the get items part of the thing. I guess there's no reason to charge up when I'm close. I'm charging up like I think it's going to increase the damage, but that is not how this attack works. Every time I play a character who has, like, a slide or a movement thing of some kind, and then I go back to a character who doesn't, I really, really feel that lack of mobility. And for big enemies like that, I guess you never really need to charge it at all. Because all of the projectiles would have hit that guy from some distance. Yo, Meat Hook seems great! So in case it's not been clear to you, we have had it a couple of times, but the way the Meat Hook works is, every time you hit an enemy, there's a chance that it will spawn hooks that will then pull all other nearby enemies on top of it. And obviously that would be pretty great with the beacons. Yeah, like that. Cool guys don't even look at the kill. You get it and you know you got it. I don't think we have anything we want to grind. Let's just pick up some stuff and get out of here. You, carry additional microbots for me. Okay, so this is kind of a lot of enemies. That feels very cool. So I guess really if we want to take maximum advantage, we want to try to get... We're gonna take a really quick look over here for Newt altars. I don't think that there... Yeah, there isn't one. Okay. Because really, ideally, we would go to the shop multiple times on this run. Because we are looking for the void fields, obviously. But you can't void field and buy yourself into a biome at the same time. I discovered. Alright, Bleed Dagger feels like it's maybe not going to be super great. Oh, you know what? We should test whether the beacon drop does damage to us. Because that's going to be important information. Oh, how dare you? Alright, how does this thing work? Oh. Interesting. So Mouse 2 drops the Shocky Beacon and Mouse 1... Oh, okay. But you can only drop one of each. It's not 2 beacons chosen as you like among your types. It's one Mouse 1 beacon and one Mouse 2 beacon. Okay. So we don't want to drop the Shocky Beacon until we know where the boss is coming down then. I'm going to try to stay focused here. Use our taser, just buy ourselves a second, and then... Beacons! the beacons do not, in fact, damage us. You know what? We may as well go grab this. It's uniquely useful at this moment. Okay, so one of the beacons... The shocking beacon doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it will keep enemies basically stun-locked. As long as we're not hitting them with stuff. Okay, I think I get this guy's kit. It seems real fun. I like this a lot. That, my guess is that's going to continue to be enjoyable every single time, forever. Yeah, man, Meat Hook. Meat Hook might be really, really great on this guy. Also, I didn't realize that the Meat Hooks do damage, but they apparently do enough damage to kill or almost kill a Wisp. Alright, so let's, guess let's just hit it. And we will hope to find a Newt altar on this next level, and if we do, we are not doing the Void Fields, because we want to assure ourselves the snow level. Now, unfortunately, assuring ourselves the snow level doesn't actually guarantee that we will get a TC-280, but we can hope. We have certainly seen it at least some of the time. I actually have no idea what the chance is. I wonder if we'll be able to... Could we weight down one of the buttons on this stage with the beacon, maybe? I mean, that's a hell of a use for a beacon. But if it gets us... If it can get us additional Runald's bands... Or the... I don't remember what the other one's called. But, you know, additional bands. That seems like it would be a pretty good thing. The Meat Hook is not doing exactly what I would like for it to do at this point. Sort of pulling them through each other more than anything. I love his robot arm gun. That's super cool. Aha! Can I push the pot on? No, okay. So we're going to drop a beacon on it as soon as we've killed this guy. Or not a beacon, but... You know, one of these things. I'm going to put the shocky one on it. Is it... Yeah, it is depressed. Okay, cool. So if we see the other one, we will do the thing. Also, you know, I'm just a big fan, aesthetically, of shotguns in video games. Like the sound they make. I like the style of the attack. In general, I have a real get close and fuck 'em up kind of play style. I think that's my default. So, if you're wondering why it took me so many attempts at Mithrix to try, well, let's just fight him from far away where he can't hit me, that's why. It's very unnatural for me. Like I think I said in the loader video, the loader is almost exactly the thing I always want to be doing in games. I want to be playing sort of a berserker trade damage for health playstyle. I want to be right up on top of the enemies. Also, by the way, notice how frequently the microbots are... Oh, do we have a blue orb already? Yeah, we totally do. We just got a blue orb. Sometimes you just randomly get one. Well, now I'd really like to find that other button, though. Still don't know all of the places they can spawn, unfortunately. The fact that the beacon drop itself can trigger the chains is a delight. Just an absolute delight. And after this, we're gonna stop going so slow, I promise. But we gotta find this thing first. I gotta be willing to do that more often. I wonder if you can even hit aerial enemies with it. Extra charge of the taser. I'm underusing the taser. That's probably pretty good. Like this. It does seem like the shotgun is pretty good at proccing stuff. Get a lot of different projectiles in there. I guess that'll happen. Well, you know, I wasn't that thorough in the area where we spawned. Maybe the other button's in there. Let's go check that way. That's a guy who's already dead. You know, there were spawning noises because of the other one coming up. That's my excuse. So I think we did look over here. Yeah. We do have a lot more money now, so we can at least swing through and grab some stuff. I bet we're fairly likely to get a sticky bomb on each shotgun blast already. I mean, provided, of course, that they actually hit with all the pellets. It's a satisfying weapon to dial in and use. Alright, any buttons? No buttons. How dare you. Also, apparently what wisps do does not count as a projectile, because the microbots do not save us from it. Man, I went and spent one of my valuable things on holding down that button. Are we really going to find ourselves unable to locate the other button? I think that is what it looks like. Oh! Hey! Okay, well... Screenshot. Where's the other half of that tablet? I bet it's around here somewhere. Although, it might be the case that we just have to deduce. The things are not necessarily symmetrical, but they usually have a pretty regular shape to them. We could probably guess. No button and no tablet. Now we're looking for two things. Yeah, I think we're gonna find ourselves unable to locate the other button. That's a shame. That means I'm spending a lot of time running around and not really necessarily getting that much stronger here for nothing. And it's doubly a shame because this guy is probably, with the beacon drop, probably pretty solid at activating the band. Alright, well, I guess let's just get out of here then. I'm trying to think of places in the level where we haven't really been. Because the one we saw is right on the other side of that rock. Yeah, that's our shocky thingy right there. That's the technical term for it. So I do want to say that I theorized in the last episode that maybe runs were intended to end with obliteration more often than not, and the final boss is maybe not really the final boss, quote unquote, but I do think the narrative, the way the narrative closes around the two things, does make it seem like Mithrix is the intended end of the experience. It's just really weirdly designed for that. That's not a button. Alright, I think I'm giving up. It is a shame. think we'll just put the thing up here. Wow, that's a lot of beetle guards. And unfortunately, they're a little mobile. A little more mobile than I would have liked. All right, so I got to remember that we have a good, powerful stun. Okay. You know what? I'll take a Queen's Gland. I think that's pretty okay. I do, again, still wish that the friendly beetle guard was a different color. I know he has a tiny arrow over his head, but that is not visible from many angles. And also, it's just not obvious enough. Alright, so 10 different environments on the run. That's what we're going for, right? Unfortunately, that means I have to remember which places we've been to. We will definitely want to go to the Void Fields at some point during the run, both because Void Fields is good and also because of the 10 different environments thing. So we'll have to find another shop to use for that. Yeah, 19 minutes out of the... 20, really. 20 minutes out of the first biome. It's pretty bad. We're out of the second biome. So, 57 leaf clover and leech seed. We have lots of garbage white items, and while we might end up losing something of value here, I think the odds are good enough. I'm going to take a pull on this. Okay, Sticky's Gasoline and War Banner, leaving us with our 2 ablative platings, of course, because why wouldn't it? Do I want to take another one? I do. Okay, that right there, that's all losses I'm very comfortable with. And then the question is, do we want to grab this? Right now, it would take exactly all of our green items, and some of them are things I'm pretty happy to have, but none of them are amazing. And then we could just pull the leech seed thing a couple more times. You know what? I'm going to do it. Gonna really set us back on items. Took both of my crit glasses. Okay, there we go. So we want to force the snowy biome. You dream of quiet snowfall. And oh, interesting. Some of our abilities are not available. You've lost connection to the UES safe travels because we're in a sort of not physical space. That's interesting. Alright, we definitely don't want to take strides with this guy because our shift ability is too powerful. I don't think we want any of this stuff. And our beetle guard is just so confused by the portal. He hates it so much, but he can't figure out how to kill it. Alright, so the clover, I think, is pretty powerful. I'm honestly not 100% sure. But I think we already wanted to take items that have chances to crit, so now they're even better for us. We're gonna have to rebuild a little bit. We lost a fair number of our offensive items. Okay, so just looking around everywhere for a TC-280. I do feel like it's a little bit of a bummer that his only unlocks are on his R skill. Because that means that, like, you're really not going to be able to change the way he feels from playthrough to playthrough very much. Anyway, just take the goat hoof. probably open this. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to go even slower than I have been going, though. The game heard me worrying about my slowness, and it has certainly served up some options. Wow, he survived that. That's kind of terrifying. Damn it. I keep expecting that to hit the ground and sort of like burst into an area of effectiveness, right? Because that's how these things often work in video games, but not this, not here. I love you, microbots. So apparently the microbots can fire often enough that it is literally impossible for one Lemurian to deal damage to you. Alright, you know what? We're just going to get moving. I trust the Beetle Guard. I'm having a pretty bad feeling about the TC-280. We are not seeing one. They're not really that common. So it's entirely possible that we just won't get one here, and if that happens, it's not a big deal. We will have other opportunities, I am sure. Wait, what is that? Oh, that was a guy spawning. That's what that is. We are rapidly running out of TC-280 real estate here. Okay, that's good though. That's a new environment for us. All right, so we'll just hang out and earn ourselves a thousand money the old-fashioned way. If we keep getting elite spawns like that, elite waves, it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, Meat Hook was a really good pull. And I guess really what I want to be doing is, if I get a successful Meat Hook hit that drags a bunch of enemies together, I want to throw out the taser, because the taser does explode into an area of effectiveness if you connect with an enemy. And then we can call in our beacons on top of the big frozen group of enemies. Charge this shotgun all the way up, and all of a sudden there's nothing to do with it. Damn it, the Beetle Guard absorbed every single one of those fireworks, and then also it was a Lepton Daisy. To add insult to injury. Alright, we should definitely go hit the thing. We're gonna have to accelerate a little bit if we don't want to get, like, mega outscaled by the elite enemies. Not gonna worry about him till he comes back from his teleport. Take this! That didn't work. Turns out you can't stun a boss. He glides around too much, damn it. The good news is, our shotgun is doing good damage. Also, we managed to bait him into the shock zone, which I think does some damage. That's really cool. Okay, happy to have rings. Rings should be pretty good on this guy, I think. Not really that worried about the individual Lemurians, especially since our microbots are very powerful against them. I wonder if the microbots... I don't know exactly what the cooldown is. I wonder if it's fast enough to absorb multiple attacks from the same brass contraption volley. Alright, we're going to go and hit those chance shrines really quickly. I do like having 4 goat hooves. Sure. Recycled. 5 goat hooves. How many is too many? I don't know. I'll tell you when we stop getting them. Alright, really just a nightmare, shrine-wise. Do we have enough left for this? Nope. Alright, the extra XP from this will certainly help. I should have just sprinted for the health shrine, the blood shrine, as soon as we hit the button. Oh, we don't get our... that's a problem. So maybe you don't get them in any of the special zones? I think this is actually quite a bad thing. Because this is going to be a tough fight. Yeah, you can definitely really tell the difference when you have... damn it, something knocked me out from behind the thing. It was probably that wisp. You can definitely tell the difference in the attack refire rate when we have the Huntress buff up. You know, our damage output is still pretty good even without them. And I mean, obviously the meat hook is playing a significant part in that. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. So what, the other chest that we know about is over here somewhere. I don't know if I am aware of the location of all of the chests in this area, but I do know that there's one near each of the big pillars. You know what? I will recycle that. Sure, faster. Here's the thing about us. We're not fast enough. So how much are these? 219 each. Alright, we should save up a little bit more before we go in. God, this is so... That wave was so much easier to deal with, thanks to the magic of our microbots. Alright, I am very fast. It's flavorful. It's... Like, I get what they're doing with it, but I have to say, I'm not really sure that I think it's all that fun to just not have your, not have most of your abilities some of the time. Okay, the Beetle Guard is just circle strafing perfectly with us and absorbing a huge number of the projectiles, which is very annoying. I wonder if I wonder if this would be the case in the void field, too. Down to just your shotgun and your taser. I mean, it's not awful, is it? Especially with the Huntress mask. Try to keep jumping when we get near the beetle guard so that he's not eating any of the stuff. Please just die. Please just die. Okay. So you guys I could actually use my taser against in a way that is productive. I wonder if you can recycle the Aurelianite thing into different yellow items. I mean, I guess I don't know that I would want to. I think on a run where we're intending to loop, having extra help on boss fights is probably a good idea. In particular, an extra thing for the bosses to attack instead of us. Alright, do I have stuff I want to grind? I sure do. Let's throw this in there and go activate this thing. Unfortunately, I can't really tell if it's blocking multiple shots from the same brass contraption volley. Okay, it looked there like it did not. It blocked the first one. Oh no, it totally did. It totally did catch both of the first two on that one. It's just going to be a little hard to tell, in part because there's so much fire coming in from so many things that some of its blocks are getting eaten up by stuff I'm not looking at. Thank you, meat hooks. Yep, it's also just eating a ton of the Lemurian fire, and that's pretty good. That's a pretty good item. Let's throw the Lepton Daisy in here. Alright, so we made a fair amount of money in real short order there. It looks like with the shotgun, either the whole blast crits at once, or it doesn't crit at all. It looks like it's not a per bullet roll. What is the red chest at today? 35. Okay. 35 should not be a problem, especially if we can find another combat shrine or two. I think that is a thing that can absolutely happen. Let's go see if the tunnel is open this time. I guess that door up there tells you, but I did not look fast enough. I mean, I still want to come down here even if the tunnel's not open, because there's stuff can spawn down here. Just let him do his laser attack real quick. Ah! Bunch of fire imps. I do so hate the fire imps. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else back here? Alright, I'm glad I came back. I like an incinerator drone quite a lot. Oh man, incinerator drone is going to play so well with the meat hook. Don't think we want to use a fungus printer. I would really like one Hopu feather. One Hopu feather, just to make it so that you can fall any distance safely, feels really nice, even beyond the effects on its mobility. So all this stuff is stuff we can pick up later. I'm just saving for that red chest. I did want to clear out the stuff up on the ledge near the tunnel entrance, because I don't want to have to go back up there. Damn it. It would be much easier to stun the imps if I would wait for them to jump before going for it. Alright, my drones hunting down the mortar guys? I can't even tell. Okay, we're getting close. I think we're gonna pull the red chest and then we're gonna hit the teleporter and we will unlock everything else we can get in the stage via the money from that. No wait, that's not what I want. How do I... Because I can't do the thing I would normally do. Okay, sprint. If you sprint, it unreadies the cursor. The thing I would normally do to undo a selection like that is mouse 2, but obviously in this case that already has a thing that it does. Oh, I could have recycled it, that's true. I think Wake of Vultures is actually quite good though, especially in a run where you're intending to loop, because at some point you're almost exclusively fighting elites. There's elites all the time, so... I'll take it. Well, my circle strafe is not, in fact, fast enough. I was wondering with the goat hooves if we'd be able to just outwalk the laser. Turns out the answer is no. Okay, that got pretty close before I got the boss kill. Titanic Neural. You know what? I am going to recycle that. It turned it into fire tracking wisps while sprinting. Okay. That's interesting. Because our normal attack has such a long cooldown, we can probably do a lot of this. It seems like it fires the wisps very frequently, too. Yeah, alright. Not too bad. I think we've gotten some pretty good value, honestly, out of our recycler. Seems like a pretty good way to stay safe. And the tracking wisps are... They're two-shotting Lemurians. Alright, those things do damage. Actually, much further up off the ground than I would expect. More meat hook? You know what? Let's try something else. Second Wake of Vultures. Fine. You can only reroll each item once. So we didn't really have a lot of options on that one. Second headdress is cool. I like more attack speed. More attacks is more good. I think I like dagger with our attack profile. Boy, the recycler really has a very short cooldown, huh? Alright, even more copies of microbots. Shoot, am I actually going to be able to get up here with no mobility? The answer might be no. Yeah, definitely rerolled that. Huge upgrade. I think I would have to approach it from above. I don't want to give my equipment to a drone. I think that has the potential to end in tears. Alright, on the whole, I'm counting this as a pretty successful version of this thing. We are not moving as quickly as I would like. But we got a lot of decent loot here. I don't know what multiple Wake of the Vultures does. I assume it probably just increases the duration of the stolen powers. Okay, so the good news is the Sky Meadow is going to be really, really easy. The bad news is the thing that follows the Sky Meadow is going to be less so. The microbots shoot the rocks before they can make contact with you. That is so cool. Captain seems good. Seems real fun. Oh hey, a boss. How's it going? Okay. I don't know why I didn't think that I would be able to just directly shoot bosses, the flying things with the beacons. That's my bad. Obviously, that's the way we want to do that. Stop healing. I like being able to freeze an enemy and then just ignore them for a while. So what we're actually going to do here is go down one of these big holes. We're going to wait a second. I want to run around here and get some loot if we can first. Yeah, wow, we apply bleed stacks so quickly. That's pretty good. And then the way the meat hook keeps dragging all the little ones back in so we don't have to worry about them too much. Guy feels powerful. You are an elite. You will surrender your powers to me, and you will find yourself unable to harm me and my friends. This dude is still a danger. And obviously there is the concern that our microbots will get overwhelmed. The fact that our drones have their own microbots is cool. I'm assuming that the drones' microbots will only affect projectiles that are coming for the drones. We are totally going to buy another equipment before we leave, but I want to have the recycler for a moment longer here while we continue looking for normal chests, because we may want to use it. Sure, fine. I would rather have had the red whip than this. It's just there's so many things I would rather have had. Oh, interesting. Have we ever seen a red printer before? I don't think I even knew that that could happen. It's a fun kit. I would be sad to lose our meat hook. I'm gonna hit this, though. Oh, it took my microbots. Well... Super explosive shotgun shot is real good. Oh, right. Parents are stun-proof. I knew that. The combination of the meat hook and the explosive projectiles is really nice. I have to remember that in dangerous situations we can just run a lot. Cool. Magma worms. Why not? Well, I'm gonna miss my microbots, I'll tell you that. I didn't really even think about that as a possibility. I was like, ooh, it might take away my meat hook. Because I would have been 100% fine giving up a Wake of Vultures, right? We don't probably really need to. Yeah, the damage dealt by these is, like, considerable. Sure, I'll take more Goat Hoof. More sprinting is more good. You know what? I actually really like that. Oh, God. Fucking magma worm. Okay, so this is bad. We could totally die here. I'm just gonna run for freedom for a bit while our health recovers. I'm trying not to run too far in one direction all at once because I'd really love for our healing drone to catch up with us. It looks like it's busy. Okay, we do have Monster Tooth. Oh, that's Beetle Man. Alright, Monster Tooth healing. Okay. I don't want to do that because we do want to do the artifact thing, and the artifact thing is also a portal. So I bought myself a piece of equipment up there. Apparently, we killed a fire elite at some point. I'm not even keeping track anymore. Well, we're going to get a lot of XP when we leave and convert all of our gold into experience, at least. I do wish the conversion rate on that was a little better. Alright, I think I would rather have this than any alternative, so we're not going to recycle it. The only thing I might have wanted more is... I really thought I was going to be okay there. The only thing I might have wanted more is a Somerang. I do like the Somerang quite a lot, but I'm not going to re-roll the second best equipment for that. We could do the boss fight for an item, and then, you know what, that's actually probably a good idea. This might be me trying to be too big brain, but it's probably a good idea to do the boss fight. Actually, I don't know if the artifact trial thing will work if the boss has been fought, though. Let's not chance it. So let's just find our way back to one of the entrances to the lower area. God, I wish I had like one movement thing. You know, a single Hopu feather, or just like any movement ability at all, really. Leech Seed seems perfectly fine. I'm really disappointed that didn't just kill him. What are you a printer for? Absolutely. Absolutely, you get both of my scrap. I wonder if the tracking wisps can trigger equipment like that. Okay, sure, I'll take that. That seems fine. Alright. Let us drop in. So I have the picture of the code that we pulled on my other monitor here. So when you find an artifact code in the wild, you are to bring it down here to the Artifact Control Center. You can see they give you one for free. The one we got was all triangles except for the bottom middle. I have no idea what we are unlocking, by the way. So we just plug this in. And in the bottom middle, it's a diamond. Oh, weird. Alright, and then when you've got a code you're pretty sure is right, you submit the formula, and if you didn't screw it up... Get stuck in the cables. Alright. Honestly, it didn't end up being that much experience. I do wish the conversion rate was just like a little better. Alright, so the artifact portal will always take you to Bulwark's Ambry, as far as I'm aware, based on the 2 artifacts that I've unlocked. The thing you do here is always the same. So you're looking around for this guy. You bring the artifact key to the artifact, and it starts the trial. And once it does, it's just going to be a nightmare in here. We're going to fight tons and tons and tons of enemies, and I'm not 100% sure exactly how this all works. Sometimes you just get... Oh, interesting. Sometimes you just get more artifact keys. An enemy will drop one occasionally. I don't know if it's like every certain number of enemies one drops, or if it's totally luck-based or what. But we're just looking for... Huh. Not as many enemies as I'm used to. I think our drone army is handling them pretty well. But every time you get an artifact key, you take it back over to the artifact in the exact same... the artifact center thing in the exact same way. So just be on the lookout for a big yellow thing to drop. And also be on the lookout for other stuff, because there are chests. Phooey. Well, that's no good. That's the kind of thing that could get you killed. We do have healing drones. You know, there are chests in here sometimes. There are turrets. Yeah, we're definitely going to wake this dude up. There's a Shrine of the Woods over here. I'm going to turn this on. We don't usually use these. So apparently, the artifact, the rules that you're unlocking via the artifact are in effect while you're in the challenge. So apparently what we found is the artifact that makes it so there are no chests, but enemies can drop items, which is an effect that we have seen before in a prismatic trial. So yeah, when you open up a thing of the woods, it just creates a healing zone, and I guess you can pay it again to... I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it refreshes the duration or something. Boy, my experience with these has been that they spawn a lot more enemies a lot more quickly than this usually. Like, these can get... The last couple of these I've done have been really intense. I guess maybe this one spawns fewer enemies, because if it spawned the number of enemies that the other ones spawn, it would you would get unbelievably powerful very, very quickly. So this thing's not actually shooting at us. There's a tiny hole. There's a tiny, tiny hole there. The center thing's not shooting at us, it's just kind of spraying fire in all directions. You can see our drones microbotting some of it, so I really wish I had my own drones still. Or my own microbots, rather. Just trying to make sure, trying to get us up to a high spot here, so that I can ensure that we haven't missed a drop. And of course here, as many other places, we are, what is that? Are you an enemy? What are you? Okay, we should try to find a way to get over there. Unfortunately, I have no mobility. I mean, it's probably just a weird-looking rock. It's probably not that big of a deal. Oh, apparently we're getting spooky elites. Well, you know what? I have the might of the vultures on my side. Come over here. Give me your spookiness. God, they have a lot of health. Also, that one had the artifact key. Help. Somebody want to give me a boost? Well, shit, now we need to get up there, because getting up there is the only way that we're going to be able to get where we're going. Actually, how? Can we... I can't make this. Nope. You know, there are boost pads in some places around here. Let's try to go find some of those, and we'll let our tracking wisps do our fighting for us. Yeah. I did full-on run into that, like I saw that it was going to happen, and yet could not prevent it. There was another one over here, right? Yes. Okay, this looks promising. Okay, that one just puts you back on the ground. Why would there even be one for that? Why would that be a thing? Okay, this is turning out to be a little bit of a nightmare. The good news is, this is a time does not pass zone. So we're not... Us fooling around in here is at least not making the rest of the game any harder. I might literally not be able to get that. And I don't really know... Okay, cool. Super great and fun that the wisps can do that to you. Having zero vertical mobility is such a fucking nightmare. So it keeps spawning us on this really thin thing that I have to immediately move off of not to die, and then what is... Okay, that time it just respawned me in the air. Okay, here we go. Now we run away and we let our damage sources heal us for a moment. So it does kind of seem like there's just no way for me to get up there. Okay, hold on. Oh, close. I might be able to do that. Nope, can't. Well, it might be the case that another one could drop. I mean, this one wouldn't have finished the run for us, so I guess we're just waiting for another one to drop since there seems to be no way up there. Ah, yes, in fact, another one did drop right over here. This is going smoothly. Okay, one more should do it. So performing this trial has, oh, and actually the other one despawned. Okay. I was a little worried that it might spawn just like over the full course of the thing, exactly the number you need, and as such, any that you missed would doom you, but clearly that cannot be the case. Let's go hang out in our fungus zone. And then we do have our own fungus on top of it. Oh, bosses. Also, it spawns bosses at us. I did not realize this was gonna take this long. Okay, there's my other key. We could just stay in here and try to farm up items, but I think I'm cool with leaving. Okay, so now that we've done that, now that we've completed the thing, we've destroyed the shield around the artifact. Here's our artifact. It looks very healthy and definitely safe to touch. I have fallen. Give me the... okay. Okay, hold on. This place is a nightmare, and I'm going to be so glad to leave. It would help a lot if the screen didn't get darker when your health is low. Like, at the time when you most need to be able to see, the game's just like, well, what if you were blind? What if right now you couldn't tell where you needed to jump to? Alright, we have completed the Trial of Sacrifice. We have gained access to the Artifact of Sacrifice. Now we need to make it to that portal up there. And this is going to put us right back at the beginning of the run, where hopefully we will encounter some new... so what? I want to go this way. Hopefully we will encounter a new first stage, because honestly, we're not that far off of 10 biomes, I don't think. 10 different environments. Apparently an ablative plating spawned up here at some point. We may as well grab that. Hooray! We did it through incredible play skill. And look, I finally made it up onto that ledge. Nothing can stop us. That's what I've learned today. Obviously, it'll just tell us when we have been to enough biomes. We don't need to necessarily keep track. Well, we're doing pretty well on it, I think. We're at like 7 or something, right? Because we've done... If the shop counts, we've been to 8 environments so far. The shop and the gold place and the artifact place, and then 5 normal levels. So we should take any newt altar that we are offered, so as to be able to force ourselves into new biomes. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, given how well things are going, and how easy it should be to get to 10 from the place where we are now, I think I will probably choose the winter biome for the third go-round again, if we can. I think we can safely hit this. We have lots of good health restoration. Also, this tracking wisp thing is really working out. Honestly, he might bleed out. I'm feeling fairly powerful here. Get him, wisps. There was a drone over here, wasn't there? Did I... Oh yeah, I picked up the drone. It was a healing drone. Right. So let's see. Sometimes... Yeah, wow, that's really powerful. And we're super fast. So sometimes the Newt altar spawns on a little hidden platform down here. No such luck for us today. I think maybe we're not going to get one. Okay, that's the teleporter. I do want to check one more spot. And it is, of course, on the exact opposite end of the level. But also, we're fast, and we don't have to stop to fight, so... Is that jellyfish boss dead? He is indeed. Yeah, our damage output is, like, very solid. So if this door is open, okay. There is a spot in here. Yes, even faster. There's a spot in here where the altar will sometimes spawn. Okay, no, it's not there. Alright. I'm pretty sure that it is not always the case that you are guaranteed... I'm pretty sure you are not guaranteed an altar. It's not always the case that you will get one. So I guess let's just go and teleport. So we would like to see the wetland aspect. By the twiddling of my thumbs, something spooky this way comes. Alright. Wow, did that lightning strike kill both of them? It did. Okay, problem solved. Also, I accidentally ran over the jump pad. I didn't even have a chance to put down my thing yet. I guess we should put down the healing one, too. There's no reason not to. Now, sadly, I do not remember if this was our first biome or not, because my memory's real bad. So we're either at 7 or 8 biomes here. No, wait. This is... We were at 8 as of the Sky Meadow. We're either at 8 or 9. Yeah. So this teleport could be the one that takes us to number 10. I really wish my memory was better. And here's the thing, it's really unpredictable. My memory for certain kinds of things is really great. I can often remember exactly the functionality down to the specific numbers of, like, mechanics of video games that I've played 20 years ago, but I can't remember a thing that happened an hour ago. Not with any kind of reliability. I attribute it to, you know, my very special brain. Okay, that's a shame. This is certainly not a new biome. So we are still at either 8 or 9. And I would still love to... Oh, altar. We're not going to be able to access that altar. Oh, button. You know what? We will, in fact, give this another try. Did I do that right? Yeah, just totally holding the button down. Okay, well now we have lots of money. Although it turns out, actually, in context, to not be that much money. Oh, apparently turrets count as drones, and our turrets also have their own microbots. That's pretty cool. I do miss my microbots. I think we will take a bear. To be clear, I do think that trading out our bots for the behemoth was a power-up. It was the right move. This loot desperately wants to track to me. It wants so badly to join the army. Do I want... I think I want this over another band. And I mean, you know. You know what we must do. Alright, so we're looking for more button. More button would be good. I got briefly slowed down. Aha! Button. The ancient gate begins to shift. Hell yeah. Can't open stuff. Running too fast to interact with objects as I pass them. Alright, let's go see if they're home. Ow. I'm moving so fast. They sure do hit hard, though. Again, it would just be, hell yeah, free bands. It would just be super cool if we still had microbots, or if our turrets were better at following us so that we could take advantage of their microbots. Because I think we saw pretty solid evidence during the artifact trial that they do not only microbot things that are headed for them. Again, that was not a jump. That was just me being too fast. More turrets. You can never have enough turrets. I wonder... Hold on. We're gonna try to get to that Newt altar by just going really fast and ramping off something. There's a rock here that might work. Nope, it didn't actually give me a boost. Yeah, we're not going to be even close because we do have a wax quail, which certainly helps, but it's just not enough. All right, let's do it. Oh, it's many lasers. Many lasers. I love the speed that we can get our shotgun up to once our frenzy stuff starts triggering. Don't love this. Just gonna stand back here for a second. Both of them focus their death lasers on us simultaneously. Yeah, so we are definitely getting multiple missile procs off of at least some of our shotgun blasts, which feels pretty good. Yeah, when our Huntress masks proc, like, when we get a couple of good crits, we can just spam the shotgun so effectively. I shouldn't run into that. Why would I do that? Look, I'm not trying to sound overconfident or anything here, but I do feel like we're doing pretty well. I'm not even 100% sure what hit me there. What can knock you up like that? That was like getting hit by a stone titan. I guess maybe it was one of the normal beetles? Their attack doesn't knock you up like that, but it's the only thing I can think of that could lift us at all. Oh no, there totally is a living stone titan over here. That's probably what it was. Wow. How that guy escaped my incredibly sharp notice. Okay, so good news on this one. Either we're going to get a new biome, or we're going to get a new chance to spawn a TC-280. This is really win-win. I mean, or of course it could be snowy biome with no TC-280, which is a lose, obviously. Jesus. The item that boosts your attack speed when you use your equipment feels a tiny bit unfair. Yellow printer. It's printing a bad yellow item, though. That's the one that comes from the Vagrant. So lots of things to open, but no money with which to open them because the imp really didn't give us that much. There could be a TC-280 over there behind the containers, but I feel like we maybe just got unlucky here. Oh, we will resolve our unluckiness the same way we resolve all of our other problems, by running very fast. We're starting to see random void crabs. We got into this part of the run. Scavengers are probably on the table now as well. We are just looking for Newt Altars and TC-280s. You know what I love is move speed. So sometimes you get an altar spawn down here behind this tree. We sure did. Okay. So we definitely did the Abyssal Fields. Last time we'll do the Vulture Cliffs this time. Siren's Call. That'll add 1. And then unfortunately we are... Oh! We could do the Void Fields instead. That'll add 1 and also give us a bunch more items. And then we could still get the the Siren's Call. So yeah, that'll be the plan. We will Void Field. Yeah, and it looks like we are not getting a TC-280. That one's a little random. TC-280s are not really all that common, so that's one we're just gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do the game a bunch, and eventually it will unlock. Alright, I don't think any of these are any good. I guess sometimes I'm close to stuff. I don't know. Alright, just for peace of mind, let's go... I don't think they can spawn up top. I don't think there's enough room for one up top. They're pretty large. But let's turn on the fan and go have a look. Because stuff absolutely can be up here sometimes. Oh, looks like a no. It's fine. We'll get it eventually. I have to actually run down to a place where we can fall safely because we have such poor mobility. Sure, more clover. Well, what if I had 2 clovers? Oh, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here to not walk into the wrong portal, because this is the level that the Celestial Portal will spawn on as well. What if I just ran away from lasers? Alright, I did see one of our fallen drones. I did see one of our drones fall. It was the incinerators. The good news is the incinerator's pretty large. Should be a little easier to see. Oh, he's really under the snow, though. I don't think this is the last one. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Definitely dead now. You know what? I like a fuel cell quite a bit here, actually. Especially with us getting the, us already having the attack speed from using your equipment item. Okay. Celestial Portal, no. Bad. Where's my other portal? Could it have spawned inside the shipping thing? Maybe we just don't get another portal? But the blue orb is still there. It didn't fire. Huh, maybe you can't get multiple portals at the same time. Maybe the blue portal will come after the next biome? Well, I mean, if we're going to get all the way back to the Sky Meadow, we could try the other artifact challenge. Nope, we got the same thing again. It is, at this point, it is just intentionally preventing us from getting new stuff. So that's a Stone Titan there, who's just invisible. I do not much care for the kind of elite that makes every other enemy around it invisible. I think it is an annoying design. Alright. No spookies allowed. Let's go ahead and hit the combat shrine, because I'm sure we'll be able to deal with whatever comes out. He says, and then immediately drops to half health before he can even see any enemies. Okay. You know what? Guillotine, not a bad item at this point in the game. Alright, let's go see how expensive the red chest is. I'll just let everybody else deal with that. Okay, we're already there. Sure. You know what would be pretty good at this point? Is a death mark. I think I'll stick with our current equipment. I do think that the Somerang is probably a better item than this one, but I like this one being able to proc our horn frequently. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not challenge the mountain? And I think we're just going to go ahead and hit the... We're going to grab these two and then hit the teleporter. Never mind, we're going to kill this magma worm first. My mobility is so bad and weird. It's very difficult for me to cope with being lifted off the ground. Did that magma worm die? I can't even... I have no idea. It's probably dead. If I can't tell, it's dead enough. Oh, that's the wrong guy. How many more? 4 more. 3 more. 4 in total. I love you, fast recharging lightning coil. Okay, couple of Reynolds bands, seems good. I also love the meat hook. Meat hook's still doing a lot of spectacular work here. Yes. Thank you, Leptin Daisy. You know, it just wants to feel useful. I should drop this somewhere, right? We should at least have it down here doing stuff for us. Alright, so we'll have to loop through the we'll have to loop through the Sky Meadow again, but we'll have a chance to get to 10. It's wild that our luck was so bad on the second loop. Although I wonder if it's like that, like, I wonder if it only shows you a certain number of biomes unless you force it to do the other thing, to force you to have to engage with that aspect of the shops. Okay, we're getting some weird interference here. I think we're probably not going to do another artifact trial, because it won't count as another biome, and the one we did was quite easy, but they're usually a lot harder than that. Because like I said, in the one we did, the spawn rate was clearly turned down, like, a lot. To avoid overpowering us. That's a scavenger. We should probably prioritize the scavenger. Nope, nope, get down from there. And he's been invisibilized. He's gaining health. I don't know where the... Can't tell where the elites are because vision is compromised. Okay, that'll help. Unfortunately, we're not really making any progress on this guy. Thank you, drones. I'm just going to run around underneath him for a while, and we're going to let the tracking wisps do a thing. I wonder, though, if they're just hitting the underside of the platform he's on. Is that really our first medkit? It was. Yeah, none of them are actually hitting him. And I can't get up there because I have no mobility. Alright, hold on. We gotta go around a little bit. Wow. I was trying to use that that rock pile, that hoodoo there, as cover, and he just shot around it and blew me off the platform. Must we have, like, actual, real, dangerous enemies? Alright, you know what? I think I'm giving up on our friend, the scavenger. If he's just gonna push me off the platform over and over again, and then bullshit's gonna spawn in front of him to defend him, we'll just find the teleporter and leave. Because obviously every minute we spend in the game is making things much more difficult. I do not love the Eldolumirians coming from space to kill us, which I'm pretty sure is what happened there. Scavengers picking up items. I'm too fast to control myself. Oh, Deathmark. Yeah. With the items and stuff we have at this point, Deathmark should be very, very good for us. I have no idea where the teleporter is. I feel like we've been to a significant portion of the level at this point. What's in this printer? It's Cautious Slug. I mean, we could... Listen, if we can't find the teleporter, I suppose an artifact trial is a possibility. That is a way out of here, at least. So I'm gonna run around really fast until my stuff kills all these guys. Skill cooldown's reduced? Okay. It really does suck, though, that I have not been able to find a single Hope and Feather or anything like that. So I feel like I've been on the lookout for the blue embers the whole time. And obviously the teleporter itself is quite large. I wonder if the issue is that it's up on something and we're just bad at seeing things that are on things. Yo, what the hell was that attack? That was a thing I've never seen before. Also, what the hell is up with that? How many Lemurians was that? Please just die. Please just die. Okay, we got him. We got there eventually. Oh god! Did he have an extra life bear? They do have items. This might have been an extra life bear. Hopefully it was the last one. Now, I don't know if his bag tends to spawn you the stuff that he himself had, or if it's just 10 random items. Either way, I'll take it. Oh, sweet feather. At last, I've found you. Blue sparkles. I'm gonna blame the, here, realign. I'm blaming the scavenger. He was hiding it from us. His cloaking field is too effective. Oh, cool. I hate this. Apparently my drones or something are doing a hell of a job, though. I think it was only 2 of them. Did I actually grab the loot? I think I did. Yeah, I got a rune on spin. For some reason it displayed the text for Hopu Feather, which I knew was not right. So I'm not even really sure how much the cooldown on our skills was reduced by our the red item we picked up that does that. Because I'm doing so much of my fighting with Mass 1 at this point, which doesn't really have a cooldown. So let's take a moment. 0? Do we have 0 cooldown on beacons? No, okay, there we go. Wasn't it 10 seconds before? Okay. We're almost good. I do want to go up. There's a, yeah, there's a thing on this ledge above us. Leech Seed versus... I'll take Leech Seed. Okay. Come on, new biome. This will give us another swing at the TC-280. I gotta say, this is not exactly the way I thought this whole thing was gonna go. Oh hey, it's the scavenger. Okay, repulsion armor plating is not gonna save you at this point, my friend. You need to go a little bigger than that. Ooh. Okay, what if homing projectiles sometimes came out of me without me really needing to do anything. Do you think that that might be a cool thing? Okay, so we are done playing the game in a traditional fashion. We are just full-on speed demon. Oh, wait. There we go. So there's a spot over here where you pretty routinely get a Newt altar that it did not spawn, sadly. Well, again, we can just get lucky. We don't necessarily need to force it. Where the hell is the exit? Ah. So we spawned up there. We know there's no altar up there. I guess there's just no altar this time. Oh, wait, maybe we spawned on this plat. There's an awful lot of gold laying around, but I guess that doesn't necessarily tell us anything, because, again, I'm constantly ejecting projectiles in all directions, so... Can it spawn on this weird little ledge over here? Okay, well, we don't know if it can, but we do know it didn't. I'll take a medkit, I suppose. And then I guess let's really quickly make absolutely sure. Oh yeah, this is where we spawned. Okay. I guess let's go hit the teleporter and just keep moving. More lightning! More death marks! So the vulture thing, when you're fighting the what we now know are called Celestine elites, sort of a mixed bag, because you gain the ability to make your allies invisible, which, I mean, will certainly prevent your friends from being killed in awkward places where they'd be awkward to revive, but also it means every enemy is real focused on your face, your big dumb face. I can hear the spooky guys spawning. They are not subtle. Is the damage of the meat hook based on the damage of the hit that procced the meat hook? Because I think we got a meat hook proc off of a lightning strike there, and it looked like it actually just straight killed all of the things that it reached out to touch. But I mean, at this point it can be kind of hard to tell because there's so many damage effects coming out of everywhere. It's hard to know what's killing anything. Yeah, got him. Alright. Come on, wetland aspect or just a place where I can... Okay, cool. So we're probably on either 8 or 9 biomes now. No, we're probably on 9 biomes now. Because we were on 8 before. We know we got 8 during the initial run around. Although I guess I don't know for sure that the shop counts. I shouldn't be assuming that. So, let's, it's not really the guy I meant to shoot with that. Let's see if we can find a Newt altar here. Man, items need to become interactable and collectible way earlier in the spawn animation. That thing was 100% out and stationary and on the ground. Still couldn't pick it up. Alright, is the jump pad up? Yes, the jump pad is up. So there might be a Newt altar up here. Sometimes it's over here behind this rock. Nope, no such luck. So I'm pretty sure all we have to do at this point is force one more new biome. Ooh, a Berserker's Pauldron is actually very welcome. That's good gear for us. Same with the ukulele. Very, very good pull. I wouldn't want to print anything into additional beetle guards. I think beetle guards are a pretty bad yellow item. I'm very pleased with how quickly we can run up to a Stone Titan and just obliterate him. Here we go. Alright, I'm not going to hit it just yet. We're going to go check the side areas real quick. So we know that the altar can spawn in at least the one with the little tunnel area. Okay, I think he tried to go invisible on us. We are very far from max crit rate. Right, not even going to worry about the Malachite elites. The skulls will probably handle it. We know that there's a spot right here where we very frequently get an altar. Come on, altar. Yes! Excellent, excellent, excellent. Come on. Alright, so we'll do the Void Fields. That'll get us... Even if we are only at 8, the Void Fields will get us 9, and then we'll still have a chance to get 10. And again, it's very dependent on whether the game considers the shop to be an environment or not. Okay, I did get the scythe. Then I got stuck on a tree. Here's the thing, I'm driving far too fast for steering. I am beyond your human concepts of steering. Alright, Orbital Strike. Get her. Okay, cool. Another one of these. I think this is a really good item for us. I don't know. I'm feeling, like, fairly powerful. Like, a little powerful, I guess. Now, imagine going to Mithrix with this loadout. We sure would get through phases 1, 2, and 3. Honestly, though, the captain's probably pretty good at fighting Mithrix. He can just do that same thing that we did with the commando. Just peek out around the corner and drop the... No, what do you call it? Peek out around the corner and drop the beacon thing on him. Charged up shotgun shots. It should all be very effective. So at this point, most of our really important stuff is no longer contact with the ship based. So I think we won't really... It shouldn't be too much of a problem for us if the Void Fields force us not to be able to use our beacons. Honestly, the lightning strike is way more important to us than the beacon drop. I'm hoping, though, that it won't even really matter. We're gonna just get the unlock the instant we step into the void fields. We should at least come over here and take a look. I don't know if I have any scrap. I don't think I really want to just blind recycle. We have so many items. I guess it's not a big danger, and this is a good item. But, like, what if it takes all 4 of my missile launchers? And you know it might. It's very spiteful like that. Let's just go ahead and go. Really, it is kind of funny that I was complaining about not having a Hopu Feather on account of all the fall damage we were having to take. And then I just used the Hopu Feather in a way that enables me to take additional fall damage. Okay, yes, this was the 10th environment. Awesome. This video is super long. We're just gonna keep going. So in the environment after this, we will have the chance to annihilate, and I think we'll just take it. I think this is a fine time to end the run. I think we've proven that we get the captain's kit, that it's powerful and fun, and I think after this, in episodes after this one, we're going to start playing on Monsoon. We get the mechanics, we understand how the game works. Now it's time to really go for it. Also, look at how cool our dude looks. So there's something very Space Marine about having an awesome space shotgun in one hand and then that huge, ridiculous mallet and shield. Whew. It does feel a little bit like a victory lap, doesn't it? Like, this is... After all of the stuff we've survived, the odds that we're going to get killed here feel so low. Although, obviously, it would be nice if we had our drones. I'm not even sure what happened to that guy. He was taking damage, but then, like, he was at 60% and then all of a sudden he just was deleted. Ow, I really took a hit there. I have bustling fungus, don't I? Yeah. Our poor Beetle Guard, he has so little to do. And here's a crazy thing. Think of how much more powerful we would get if we just found a glasses printer. Aw. Poor Beetle Guard finally made it all the way through all of the void garbage, only to die immediately upon arriving here. Ow, I guess there was an invisible wisp. Just take a second here to go back to full health. Beetle Queens! Because apparently that's a thing that can happen. I've never come here late enough that it was possible to get... Okay, it says Beetle Queens have been integrated to the cell, but it looks like it's just giving us normal beetles. Which makes a lot more sense. There are some bosses that would be a real pain to fight in the void zone. I'm just gonna run around really fast. Why am I fighting with my hands like some kind of goon when I could fight like this? And the enemies do have to get close enough for them to... Oh, also, if I accidentally hit the cell in the middle, I ramp off into space. That's a problem. So I'm pretty sure at this point... Jesus. I'm pretty sure at this point the enemies shooting out huge bags of gold is just... It's just showing us that they're dropping really a lot more money than they used to. Because at some point, at the beginning of the run, they have, like, little coins. Oh no, here's the... Wow. That went more smoothly than I was expecting it to. We might not survive this. The wisps are hitting very hard. It's possible that I will end up dying here. You know what would really help is if I had my microbots, or if any of my drones with their own microbots were present to help us. But it's alright. Even if we lose here, we have done the thing we came to do. So we do have to do one more third biome, so it is still possible that we can hit a TC-280 as well. Well, that's a bummer. Can't really fight you over there. Now I'm hiding. Apparently. This was not actually the plan. Did I really not have a war banner until right now? That seems kind of crazy. Oh, parents. Okay. This one's actually getting quite difficult. So parents and greater wisps and beetle queens. And I have to stay in this tiny little area. Oh god, the parent bodies are so large that when they're doing their death animation, it completely blocks my vision. Alright, we have to make sure we are prioritizing the beetle queens. Not because, like, boss scary, but because a beetle queen doing that spit attack in the wrong place could make the majority of our cell zone dangerous to stand in. And we really can't, I can't live like that. The game hitched for just a second there as that parent was completing its attack, and I thought for sure I had died. Whew. Even running around at non-sprinting rates, if I just walk over the cell at the center of the thing, it really launches me pretty bad. What a difference a single Hopu feather makes. Ow. Okay, I have to focus on things that are close for the moment. Oh boy. What if running? We'll just do a little bit of running. The big problem with the running strategy, as good as it obviously is that it's hard to run in the circle because we're so fast. I get out of the circle almost immediately. It is, for sure, a better offensive strategy, and honestly, probably a better defensive strategy. But it's actually very difficult. I'm having to mouse very, very quickly here. And I can kind of go back and forth, but you can't sprint directly left or directly right. So I'm having to continue angling. It was a Kiaro's band, and apparently I picked it up already. I was waiting for the loot to drop. Right? I'm right about that, right? No, wait, maybe you can just sprint directly left and right. I thought I remembered that you could not, and it definitely has stopped me on multiple occasions when I've been sprinting forward and turned so that I was going only left or right. Yeah, no, it's stopping us. It's just harder to tell that it's stopping us because our normal move animation is so sped up at this point that it looks like a sprint. Yeah, you have to be going forward. Forward left and forward right are both fine, but there must be forward. Come on. Come on, just survive. Mini mushrooms are a pretty rough introduction. That's a bad enemy for us to get on top of all the other crap we already have to deal with. Oh god, I keep losing my footing because the walls here are curved. At some point I became a vert Risk of Rain player. Oh, nightmares. Nightmares all the way around. Do you have any idea where the next zone is? Ah. Well, I'll say this. It's a real load off my mind that we got our 10 environments already. If I had to be certain I was going to survive this, I think this would be very stressful. Okay, so now we really don't want to do sprint fun times, because... Okay, some of it's cleared up. It's wild how much more damage we do with the sprint. The scaling, man. The scaling is just bananas. We are firing a wisp like every quarter second or something while we're running, as long as there's an enemy within range. And those wisps are doing a lot of damage. I wonder if the frequency of the wisp firing scales with your movement speed? Because it does seem like it's faster now than it used to be, doesn't it? Just gotta keep adjusting my route for all the fire on the ground. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I want to stay in the zone, but it's very unsafe to stand still. Oh. This is the most stressful game of Risk of Rain I've ever played. Alright, last one. They got Aegis, which I don't think is actually particularly good for enemies. And so whenever we're outside of the zone, remember, we're not just taking damage, but also the thing's not charging. It's like the teleporter. Oh god, oh god, oh god. So we're having to run outside the zone some just because our movement is too uncontrollable. But I'm trying my best to minimize it because it is making us spend more time in hell. Oh, it is hell, and it is hell. It is, though, hell is the thing. Oh god, Beetle Queen spit. There's a moment in a Madeleine L'Engle book that I read when I was real young. Well, not real young, but younger, certainly. Which, sadly, at this point in my life, encompasses a huge number of ages. Where one character starts saying... he starts using the word fumits as a curse word. Because it means like dragon droppings or something, but he says he's grown tired of all the normal curse words. He needed to come up with a new one. Whew. And every time I say something like Beetle Queen spit, I always think of that moment. It's like, is this a good alternative curse word? Can I make this a thing? I like it sort of as like a way of having a character in a book that is meant to be read by children be the kind of person who curses, but without having to put a lot of real normal curse words into your book. It's just like, oh, no, he curses so much that he had to come up with new non-curse curse words, because the other ones are, like, he's worn them out. Okay, Rally Point Delta, this will be the last stage we do. If we pull a TC-280 here, then this is just like 100% victory all the way around. On every side of victory. Looking pretty unlikely, though. The good news is we're very fast at scouting. How dare you? How dare you scavenge? These are my grounds. So, it's only room for one horrific, monstrous alien scavenger on this planet. He dropped 2 crit glasses for us. That was nice of him. Oh, right, the boss. Also, there's bosses. Okay, there could still be a, Oh, we killed it before I was just trying to get to a safe place. There could still be a TC-280 on the beach somewhere. There's a lot of space on the beach. Looks like we're not going to get quite that lucky. Still, in general, things have gone quite well for us. It would be hard to be upset. The captain's a lot of fun. He has a good... Wow, that's an impressive looking bison. Captain has a fun kit. He has fun toys. Alright, I guess we can go check the upper area, but I do not imagine. Cannot imagine we're going to find anything here. That's a shame. I had such hope. It would have been really cool, right, to get them on the same run. And it's probably not that uncommon, because you necessarily have to see a lot of biome to unlock the one thing. It's alright. We'll get there eventually. Let's just go ahead and wrap things up here. Yeah, we're definitely better at fighting magma worms than we used to be. God, just the resounding boom when we managed to hit anything reasonably large with all of the projectiles from the shotgun blasts. Very impressive. This has become top 10 satisfying video game shotguns right here. Yeah, come out of the ground. Let me... Alright, well, I didn't actually get to kill him, because my minions did the job before I could. Honestly, we probably could go for like a really long time. This video is already 2 full hours in length, so this is where we're going to call it. But this feels like one of those runs where you really could just like... You could push it. You could get a very high, very impressive number. At some point, enemy scaling would have to get so out of control to match up with the synergy value of your items and abilities. I don't know how much health enemies would have to kill us, or to survive a volley long enough to be able to attack us. But it would be a long time at this point. You know what I need is even more experience. Alright. A moment. Fractured. I do not know what moment it is exactly. I always forget that that's going to happen. I don't actually do this all that often. I usually die. Did I? Well... Let's just take a moment and enjoy the stars here, shall we? And our incredibly cool-looking character. We've really gone all the way into the World of Warcraft character design school here, though, where we're like... It's very much just like throw some big pauldrons on there and then just keep slapping on detail and then more detail and then more detail. Nothing is cooler than detail. And over again, I shatter my ankles. Alright. I think we've earned this. Boy, that's a real 2020 kind of sentiment, huh? No, we're not changing our minds. I'm sure. Goodbye, universe. There you go. Now I'm not stranded on the planet anymore. It doesn't get any easier than that. We got a monster log and We got a new probe thing. What does this one do? Recharges your equipment on use. Does that mean, like, when I pull this down? Because the whole deal with these is that they're permanent, right? Well, alright, I mean, let's get in there and have a look. We went past irresponsible 90 minutes ago. We're still just living in a very extreme time right now. We're gonna buy ourselves a piece of equipment, and then we're gonna try this thing out, and then we'll call it for the day. You know, one thing I will say is that you kind of lose the coolness of the shotgun once you get above a certain attack speed, because it's no longer, like, perceptible that you're firing your arm at people and then cocking it like that. It is kind of cooler at a slower speed. Ah, bad shooting on my part. Alright, so I just need, like, an equipment barrel. So, of course, we're going to get a version of the first level that does not have any equipment on it. What about over here? Just obliterated. Yeah, I think we are, in fact, potentially looking at a version of the first level that has no equipment on it. Well, I mean, we'll make it to the second. Here, let's go up. Alright, you know what? I'm going to loop back around. We're going to go hit the newt altar that I didn't bother to hit, and then we'll teleport. And probably we'll be able to buy equipment, right? The Effigy of Grief seems to be quite common in the lunar shop. I think there's not that many lunar items. So we'll at least be able to give ourselves a good chance of getting to try that out. And to think, when we saw the gold statue on the first rally point delta, I was like, "Oh man, we're gonna get all of the 10 environments we need so quickly. This isn't even gonna be longer than a normal episode." Don't you move. Okay. Yeah, it's a really fun kit to use. I think that the void fields would be really annoying to do at the time that we usually do it with other characters. Because at that point, your shift is really a pretty significant portion of your total damage. Oh, and I guess we didn't actually look at our artifact in the artifact menu, but we know what it is. Alright, let's go teleport, get ourselves some equipment, and finally get to try this damn thing out. Because it feels like it can't just be a one-time use thing. The way it's worded, it seems like it's going to be, but the whole thing with these is that they provide some kind of persistent benefit, right? I guess we'll find out. Forgive me if I'm starting to have a little bit of a sore throat. I'm really pushing it today. No more shooting me. I did miss the microbots, and I'm really happy to have them back. Oh, good. I was missing all my movement speed. This is potentially pretty dangerous. If she were to spit on us right now, it would be real bad. that should handle that. Okay, so maybe it has 3 charges for your equipment. Because otherwise that health bar doesn't really make a lot of sense. Kind of Wisp just hides behind a tree. Cowardice. You know, you gotta wonder, why aren't the denizens of Petrichor 5 more outraged about my presence? Why don't they look at me and just immediately become consumed with destructive furor? That's pretty cool. It turned into a thing that we didn't really need all that much, but I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of how cool it is to call in multiple orbital strikes on people. Man, going straight from the end of a run like the one we just had to the beginning of a new run really hurts. You can really feel your lack of effectiveness. Alright, show me Effigy of Grief. Don't make this a wasted trip. It may end up being the case that we just don't get to check this out. If there's no Effigy of Grief and no equipment barrel pretty quickly on this next stage, I think we'll probably just bounce out of here. Okay, there is an effigy. Gimme. Okay. Hey Newt, how's it going? By the way, check this out. This is where I found my second artifact tablet. It's very well hidden. And now we know part of a fourth one. We can probably guess at the rest of it from the portion that we could see. You know what? They might always be left-right symmetrical? I don't know. Okay, let's do the thing. So it's the mouse 2 one. Hold on, I'm gonna fire that first. Call this in. When it hits the ground, it doesn't do anything. I can walk up to it, I can hit... Okay, yeah, so that is how it works. It's fun every single time. Okay, so that's alright, I guess. I don't think it's particularly amazing, but it's probably better than the shock one, which we were not using at all toward the end due to how ineffective it felt. Yeah, so we picked up our monsters drop items on death, but chests no longer spawn thing, which I guess is maybe an interesting artifact, you know, if you want to change up the game and also not have to run around the level a lot looking for things. But I think that is probably where we are going to call it for now. I do wish that this was a little bit more descriptive. I have no idea what difficulty scaling, like... They're talking about the way that the difficulty scales enemy health and damage, probably, but like it could actually list the effects here. You know, this game and the never wanting to actually give you information for some reason. Anyway, I think that serves as a pretty good victory lap for the Rainstorm difficulty. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're taking on Monsoon. Like I said, we're probably going to obliterate more often than we fight Mithrix, but it would be nice to get one Mithrix kill on Monsoon. I don't know. We'll see if it seems feasible. Come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.